Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Straight Outta Boston, and today I'm back for episode number 15 of my 1998 Tampa Bay Devil Rays series here on Out of the Park Baseball 16. So today we're back for the 2002 ALCS. We're going to be taking on the Oakland Athletics, a team that won 96 games in the regular season. They're going to have home field. They edged us by one game in the regular season for home field advantage in the AL. So we'll have to travel to Oakland here for games number 1 and 2. To recap the last series, in case you guys missed it, we swept the Cleveland Indians pretty handily. We beat them, pretty handily in each game. I guess the first game was a one-run game, but the last two were not all that close. And we did suffer one major loss, though. Tim Hudson out for probably the rest of the playoffs. He's going to be out for the next 3 weeks, I would imagine. That is going to end his season. He was the ace of our staff this year, and one of the best pitchers in baseball. He's going to be out, so we're going to miss him certainly. But we've always had good organizational depth with our pitching. It seems like we've always been able to produce good arms out of our organization, or just finding them with major league talent, like guys like Daniel Wilson or Tony Saunders or whatever. But so pitching's always been a strength for us. Hopefully, this kind of be like the Cardinals when they lost Adam Wainwright. The rest of the guys will just pick it up. But we'll see. We're going to remove Hudson from the playoff roster. We're going to have to add back Daniel Wilson, who will be making a start in this playoff series. Excuse me. I'm slinging my throat. I think I might be getting a little sick. But anyway, so for the rotation for this series, we're going to start out with Tony Saunders. Then we'll go to Zito, Domingo, and Daniel Wilson. So it'll be interesting. If we do go to a Game 7, it looks like it's going to be Manny Domingo starting that. That would be pretty interesting to throw I guess he's 25. He's not that young, but still throw a rookie into the fire like that. That could be a little bit dangerous. But anyway, we'll have a full series of Ken Griffey Jr. this time around. He only played in the final game in the last series. Excuse that voice crack. He ended up getting a double, also walked, drove home a run on that double, it looks like, and scored. Came around to score each time he got on. So good stuff there. And all right, we are ready to do this. We'll take a look at the A's, see how they did this year. They were obviously won 96 games. Their Pythagorean win-loss was 92 and 70, so not quite as good. They were 8th in runs scored, but 1st in runs against. This team might have even had a better pitching staff than we did. Looks like they've got a pretty nice 1-2-3. Brian Lawrence, Randy Wolf, and Ryan Dempster. So that's a nice 1-2-3. Dempster, not a great rating, but had a good year this year. Both halves actually had a pretty good year, so kind of like an Esteban Loaiza, maybe guys overperforming a bit, but the rest of the rotation is very sound. We've got a good bullpen, Billy Koch, really good closer, 0.93 ERA for the A's this season. I think he was on the A's in real life in 2002, so it's kind of ironic that he worked out and found his way back there in this save. And I'm noticing that they have a couple of big injuries here. Aaron Rowand is out. He is a 4-star center fielder, and Eric Chavez, their 4-star third baseman. So they're missing a couple guys. But without Chavez, they do have Aaron Boone, and Aaron Boone is the man we traded to them for Ryan Christensen way back when. We could probably find the trade here. Let's be up here. There it is. Yep, Ryan Christensen for Aaron Boone. We needed the backup center fielder at the time. And I think then we traded Christensen for Dandy Knowlton. But Boone really panned out in Oakland. He's turned into a very good player. Has had some good years for them. Not great. That first year with him, he was a lot better, but still a pretty solid third baseman. And I don't know what he plays when Chavez is healthy, but either way, they've got Miguel Tejada, who won the AL MVP in real life in 2002. They've still got Jason Giambi, very formidable hitter, who's playing left field for them. I can't really explain that one. Ben Grieve hit 300, also had 33 bombs. Yeah, this guy's he's their best player. Holy crap. Stud. He slashed 300, 400, 500, had 33 homers, 6.1 wins above replacement. So he's a very good player. Sean Casey at 331 for them this year. He's looking like a pretty nice first baseman. He wouldn't be a bad I kind of like he's had a couple good years. I wouldn't mind picking him up. I've talked about I guess he's not going to be a free agent, unfortunately, but we could try and trade for him. I've talked about, what to do at first base when David Sagai leaves this offseason. I've talked about trying to get Travis Lee, that guy from the Diamondbacks, but Casey wouldn't be a bad plan B. He plays a really good first base, it looks like, and he's OPS really well throughout his entire career, really. He's hit 300, and he's been a pretty productive player, so I would not mind going after him. We'll see, though. And all right, that is that. So let's get into it. Let's go ahead and get Game 1 started. We are going to be in Oakland for this one, O.co Coliseum. Not home to the Raiders here tonight. It is going to be Oakland and Tampa Bay battling it out here for AL supremacy. So we're going to go same lineup, although I do want to get Griffey in there instead of... Whoops, it's Tampa Bay. We need to go to Tampa Bay. Yeah, I want to get Griffey in there instead of Eric Hinsky, who's been struggling this postseason. So we'll hit Griffey 4th. And all right, no lineup changes other than that. So let's do it. Tony Saunders was very good in his first start. I think it was game number 2. Let's see if he can continue it here in game number 1 against Oakland. We get a 2-spot in the first. I like to see that. Let's see if Saunders can answer. Oh, a 5. We're in lead now. Saunders is not allowed to hit through 3. He's walked a pair of guys, so no strikeouts. Still no strikeouts. He's walked 3 and has not gotten a strikeout, but still he's twirling a you-know-what. So here we go now, 5-0 lead still. No strikeouts for Saunders. There we go. He finally allows a run. It was on an RBI double from Jason Giambi, but still a 5-1 lead right now. Pedro Feliciano, why don't we get 3 more? So Saunders now can cruise. Let's see, he's at 98 pitches, so I don't want to, this is this game is all but sealed. I don't want to burn him. So let's go with, who should we go with here? We could go JC Romero maybe. We have a bunch of other lefties in the, well, I guess we only have Sadler in the pen. Let's go Romero for 1 inning, and we might give Blaine Neal the other. Let's see, yes, we'll do Neal for the 9th. Assuming Romero doesn't completely blow this lead, which he might. Yep, he's trying to. First 2 men reach. Now it's Ben Grieve up. He's only hitting 174 these playoffs, so he walks. Great. All right. I think it's time to get Romero out of there. Neal, make your way in. Let's get Scott Williamson up. Neal, please try to get out of this without allowing too many runs in. That'd be nice. Aaron Boone's up. 1-2 pitch. Boone sent high in the air. Oh God. He runs it down. All right. Nice play by Sepulveda. One of the best defensive right fielders in baseball. Now, 1 down for Jason Giambi. He strikes out. 2 down. Galarraga. He's ahead in the count 2-0. Swing, grounder, past the pitcher Neal. Shortstop Garcia Powers got it. Steps on the bag. So there we go. Only 1 run comes across. Good damage control by Blaine Neal. And it's a 6-run lead now. Let's get Williamson in there for the 9th. And there it is. We win game number 1 by a final score of 8-2. We hold the A's to just 2 hits. Although I think they must have had, yeah, they had 7 walks. So not great stuff there. Looks like Saunders had 5 and then Romero had 2 more. But Neal and Williamson got the job done at the end of it. And Saunders, even though he had 5 walks, only 1 strikeout, I mean, 7 innings, 2 hits, 1 run. I really can't argue with that. So I'm going to say he pitched effectively. But all right, so there we go. Game number 1 is in the books. We have yet to lose this postseason. I'm sure we'll lose game 2 now that I just jinxed it. But we've got Barry Zito, ironically enough, going up against the team in real life that he really established himself with in the Oakland A's. And damn, his ratings are going down too. He's capped out at a 3.5 now. Hopefully that'll bump though. But all right, once again, no lineup changes. We're just gonna get Griffey back in there. I need to do that. I need to set that so I don't have to switch that every time. But all right, here we go. Game number 2 from O.co. Let's see. Can Tampa Bay take a commanding 2-0 series lead, or will Oakland fight back and even it back up? They've gotten to Zito so far, who has not pitched that well this postseason, although I guess he wasn't too bad in his first start. Still a 3-2 game. Nice! A 5 spot in the 6th. The offense has really been great so far this postseason. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's just guys getting hot, small samples and all that, but it appears that our offense is really been the strength of our team so far into this run. All right, let's get our relievers ready. We're going to go with Mariano in the 8th. And if he has to get a couple outs in this inning, I think I'll just go with him too. Yeah, all right, 2 downs. He does that 102 pitches, so let's bring in Mariano. I don't want to screw around too much. See if he can get through this. It's Aaron Boone at the dish with 2 men on. Tying run on deck. Mariano had a 3.36 ERA this year. Only 53 strikeouts and 80 1/3. He's got Boone behind 1 and 2. And he picks up a strikeout. There we go. So that is his 54th strikeout of the season. He gets through it. And we'll leave him back out there for the 8th. Yes, sir. And then we'll get Rob Nen out for the 9th. Even though it's not a safe situation, we got the off day coming up. So we might as well use our relievers while we can. Oh my goodness. Alright, well now I'm not going to use him. I don't want to risk injury. We'll put in, we could go back to Romero. We'll put in Carl Sadler. How about that? And we'll get Nen up just in, well, let's just, I allowed a couple guys on it. We'll get Nen back up. I'm sure Sadler's not going to allow 10 runs, but I mean, we have seen crazier things, or I should say I've seen crazier things happen in OOTP. I lost our World Series once this way in that big Red Sox save that many of you guys are familiar with. I think we were up late in Game 6. We were up like 5 runs in Game 6, like literally 1 game away from winning it. Are we going to turn 2 here? Oh, yes, we are. Nice. Yeah, we were up. Well, so yeah, we were up 3-2 in the series. I think I'm up 5 or 6 runs in the 8th or 9th, and then I just hit in half inning on one of my relievers, and he allowed like 9 runs, and we lost, and then I lost the series. So cool stuff there, but we win. There it is. Game over. Sadler closes the deal, and we win game number 2. Another 13 runs on the board. Team effort, yeah, 6 runs in an inning. That was great. So we scored 21 runs in the first 2 games. We're outscoring Oakland 21-5 so far, and that was in Oakland. Now we're back at the Trop, so things might get even better here. But now we've got sort of the weak part of our rotation coming up. These are 2 guys that, you know, kind of struggled at different points this season. So we'll see how it goes here. It's good that we won those first 2 games. I think we're going to have to win the majority of starts that Saunders and Zito make if we really want to go deep with that Hudson in this playoff run. So, all right, here we go. And let me remember to set Griffey as the DH here. There we go. All right, perfect. Game number 3 against Oakland. Randy Wolf and Manny Domingo is going to be the pitching matchup. No lineup changes for the Devil Rays. Here we go. Game number 3 from Tropicana. And we get a 3 spot thanks to 2 errors. Only 1 hit that inning. 2 errors by Oakland. We get 3 runs in the second. They get 1 back, but it's still a 3-1 lead. Domingo so far not too shabby. All right, 6 strong from Domingo. He's at 95 pitches, so I think we'll take him out. His stamina can't be that high. Oh, it's only 35. Yikes. All right, so we definitely want to get him out. We're going to go with our 7, 8, 9. Then we'll go Shaw, Rivera, and Nen if we can. Here we go now. No insurance run there. We've only have 2 hits so far, but we've got the lead. That is what counts. Now here we go. Shaw has the 7th, and he gets through it. Nice. Now we have 8 and 9. I feel a little bit more confident with Rivera and Nen, especially Nen, than I do with Shaw, but we'll see how this goes. But there we go. We finally got an insurance when we're up by 3. Rivera's got the 8th. All right, he gives up a pair of hits, but no runs come across, so still a 3-run lead. That should be plenty for Rob Nen, the all-world closer. And all right, can he protect it and give us a 3-0 series lead? Yes, he can. There we go. We win game number 3. That's only Nen's first save of the playoffs, but there we go. A 3-0 series lead. We're on a 6-game playoff winning streak. This is pretty awesome here. We've got a chance to go for the sweep with Daniel Wilson on the mound against Brian Lawrence. They're bringing back Lawrence on 3 days rest. He's got a 5.06 ERA this postseason. We knocked him around a bit in game 1. He gave up 5 runs in 4 innings. So, all right, this could be it. It's Oakland's last stand here. Game number 4 from Tropicana. Wilson versus Lawrence. Oakland needs a win to stay alive. Tampa Bay 1 win away from advancing to the first World Series in franchise history. A 2 spot in the second. Wilson's got a lead. Can he hold on to it? He's pitched well so far. Only 2 hits allowed through 4. Gives back a run. Can we get that back? No, we cannot. 2-1 through 5. Wilson, only 1 run allowed still. I don't think his pitch count's too high, 87. So we'll at least get him back out there and start the next inning, but I think he's going to... It looks like he's running pretty low on energy. He's okay. All right. His fatigue status is okay. So he should be good to go for the next inning at least, but we'll see. So we'll get Shaw and Mariano up. We'll just get Shaw up, actually. I don't want to... If Mariano's not fully rested, I don't want to give him more than 3 outs if we don't have to. In fact, we don't even have to get Shaw up quite yet, actually. I don't want to get him up till the start of the next inning. All right, no insurance run. Could sorely use one right now. Our offense has kind of gone silent the last couple of games. But our pitching's been really good, so it hasn't mattered. All right, here we go. Wilson. Okay, 2-out double to... Or actually, it looks like it was a single on a stolen base. Yeah, he got hit by a pitch and stole second. All right. So, 2-0 count to Ben Grieve. It'd be nice if I had a lefty warm. That's kind of my fault. Whoops. Do we let him face Grieve? All right, I say we let him face Grieve. Let's see it. Can he get him out? 3-2 count. Wilson is set. Here comes a pitch. Ball 4. All right. So, I think it's time to take Wilson out. Let's let Shaw try and get the final out of this inning. The go-ahead run is on base. It's going to be Aaron Boone up. 5.19 ERA for Jeff Shaw this year, but he's been sort of, no, actually he hasn't even been better in the playoffs, but here we go, payoff pitch, runners go, swung on, wrapped hard on the ground, left side, Garciaparra's got it, throw to first, in time! Big play by Garciaparra! Nice, alright, not really a man known for his defense, but he gets the job done. So Shaw gets out of it, let's get Mariano up. We've got the formula, can we close the deal and pick up our second straight sweep? There we go. We finally get an insurance when we're up 2 now. It's Mariano's turn in the 8th. And he gets through it. 3 outs away from going to our first World Series. Can we do it? Here we go. We're going to get Nen up. No insurance runs there, but we're still up 2. Rob Nen on for the 9th. I'm going to go to runners in scoring position. Will he get through it? Yes, he does, and the Tampa Bay Devil Rays are moving on to the World Series for the first time in franchise history. There it is. In year number 5, they're going to World Series number 1. A sweep of the A's. The Devil Rays have yet to lose this postseason. 7-0, a perfect record. Great all-around baseball. It's been pitching and offense and just everything. I mean, all facets of the team are playing well right now. And it's going to be the Phillies. It looks like they swept the Cardinals. Or they won in 5, I should say. They only won 88 games this year. But, all right, looks like they had to win a game 163 to even get in. So, kind of unbelievable stuff there, but they are in. The team that traded us Scott Rowland a couple years ago, they will be our opponent in the World Series. But all right, we have made it to the World Series. So we are 4 wins away from a title. Unbelievable. And we get no rest. So that kind of hampered us. The only bad thing about sweeping and the bad thing about Philly sweeping is that there's going to be no rest between the LCS and the World Series, which means Hudson, I would say his season's going to be done 2 weeks. The series is going to go 2 weeks. So Hudson is going to be unavailable the rest of the postseason. We're going to have to do it without him. That'll be very tough. But we'll see how it goes. That's going to do it for me now. Or that's going to do it for now, I should say. Thanks for watching. Hope you did enjoy. And I'm out. Peace.